Where will we go? Nobody knows.
Greetings, Groovers. How are you doing? Welcome to Full Record Jacket with Phil and Ben. You're looking lower than me tonight, Ben. Is your chair adjusted?
No, I probably just need to tilt this down.
You need to pump it up too much.
Is that better?
That's kind of better because I know I am slightly taller than you in real life, but I don't want to feel that much bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're looking good. I mean, I have got a massive head, so I don't want it to take up the whole screen. How are you anyway? You had a good week?
You've got a section of hair that has to go above your head. I can squeeze into the top of the screen. I'm okay, thank you. Are you?
Yeah, not bad. It's been a week full of the year 2000, Phil. I've been listening, as they say, on the streets.
So what have you played? What have you played from the year 2000?
From the year 2000, I have played, and I've had it on for the last 2 days because you said to me that I need to give it another listen. And I listened to Kid A, the Hard Left Turn album. And people still say it's one of the most influential albums of the last 25 years. And I am still not 100% sold on it.
You're still torn on it. I don't know it hugely well. Do I look like a cyclist with this on?
You look like a coach of a German second division football team.
In case you were wondering, viewer, I'm not a cyclist. I haven't been on a bike for years. I've just got this top on, and I
you do. You look like you should be coaching some second division German team.
I look like I should be winning a stage of the Tour de France, coming across the line.
The white jersey.
I don't know whether I should have it done up or not. I'll just leave it done up.
Yeah, I think like that. I think it looks good. You look like a tennis coach, not like a coach with wheels. But the guys who teach tennis players how to play tennis, even though they know how to play tennis anyway, because they're tennis players. But no, yeah, Kid A, I'm still not 100% sold. I know it's. Yeah, I don't know what it is about it. There's no sing-along tracks on it, is there? Let's face it. There's lots of distortion on it.
It's not that kind of album. It's an experimental left turn.
It's kind of abandoned the guitar, hasn't it, I think?
Well, it's a We Don't Want to Be a Successful Guitar Anthems guitar band album, and yet it was massively successful, so figure that out.
I mean, it took me 25 years to warm to OK Computer, so maybe by the time I'm about 80, I'll be there in the old folks' home rocking a bit of Kid A. But
what do you think of the jazzy bits on it? I can't remember now. It's a long time. I need to put it on. The national anthem is the one.
But that's the first one that comes up, isn't it? Because I think it's about track 3, isn't it? Track 2.
Because that goes into like a sort of. That's very much like a sort of Miles Davis, mad jazz fusion thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and I quite like that one, but I don't know. It's, to me, it almost sounds like they're just trying too hard. Just belt me out a 3-chord structure. That's all I need. Just send me home happy.
Do you like?
I shouldn't have to go and watch a Radiohead gig and need a degree in sort of rocket science or nuclear fusion.
Do you like any of the stuff they did after Kid A?
Amnesiac and things like that?
Well, Amnesiac was more or less the same kind of project, wasn't it? But
yeah.
They then did. Was it Hail to the Thief?
Hail to the Thief. Hail to the Thief.
Yeah.
I've never listened to anything after this.
In Rainbows.
This is where my Radiohead summit is at the moment, and I know. Doesn't it get a little bit even more complicated after this? Doesn't it become even more?
It can do. But it's
jiggly.
There's some great stuff, and I must admit, I do really admire the fact that they did go off in that direction and not just
continue doing the same thing that they've always done.
Or giving people another The Bends sort of album that they wanted. It was inevitable that they would have to do that because that's just the sort of act they are, isn't it? They were never going to be we'll do another Creep so we can have a hit. They weren't going to do that, were they?
Yeah.
I mean, Creep was almost an accident, really, wasn't it? I mean, that.
Yeah, because is it Creep or is it Street Spirit or whatever it is, which is on Pablo Honey?
Creep is on Pablo Honey. Street Spirit's on the Bends, isn't it?
Yeah. Because I think Creep is probably the only. Well, it's not the only. I don't know. I've never really listened to Pablo Honey either. I think I bought it and I put it on and I just went straight to Creep and that's it.
You need to delve a little bit deeper. Although it's not, I think it probably does come near the bottom of the fan list, but only because fans love other albums more. It doesn't mean they don't like it, but
yeah, I struggle with some of these album rank things. Now I do go on, especially if someone's got a massive back catalogue, and I will go on. If I see an album, it's I think, I'll check that out, and then it'll be like 11th. Ranked 11th out of their albums, and you're like, well, it must be rubbish then. But then you sort of forget that they've released 80 albums, and to be in the top 11 is actually not that bad.
Yeah, I must admit, I'm not. Although the rankings are fun, and we do read them, don't we? I think I like to be flexible with my album. I don't feel the need to have a ranked list of all my favourite artists' albums, and that's my favourite of their albums, and that's my second, and all that. I don't really feel the need. I just focus on some more than others, and maybe this, at different times, and then there are some that you perhaps never really quite connect with as much, or you don't think are as good, and they're never quite going to make it up there. But then sometimes those ones that you don't get, you suddenly do start liking them, don't you?
Like I said, when I'm about 80, I'll be like, kid A, why didn't I accept you more in my 40s? So maybe they're just a bit like the sort of 90s Smiths, where it's sort of, the Smiths, everybody says, you have to be in your 30s before you can really appreciate them. Maybe Radiohead, you have to be in your sort of mid to late 60s before you're like, yeah, I get it now.
Maybe.
Oh, I get it. I know what you're trying to do.
Now, I did listen to an album from 2000 that is not quite as weird and challenging as that. In fact, it's an album that you kind of, you know what it's going to be like before you put it on, really. And it doesn't disappoint. I did enjoy it. And
Was it Britney Spears again?
It's Eric Clapton and B.B. King. I'll just show you the front cover there on Wikipedia. But yeah, Riding with the King. 2000.
I remember that album. I remember seeing a review for it in Q magazine.
I remember they advertised it on TV. Do you remember the days when they used to advertise albums on TV?
Oh, yeah.
And they were riding in the car and they actually did a TV advert for it.
Yeah, one of the facts I read about the year 2000 was I think it was around this time that CD sales peaked. Year 2000.
Yeah, probably.
So before, because you had sort of like Napster and stuff like that begin to, and music was then taken away from, a taste choice to a, horrible choice of it.
Streaming it on tap.
Yeah.
So I had that one. Now then I put on the one that you'd had on from the week before, which is U2.
Oh, yes.
All You Can't Leave Behind. I don't want to keep talking about U2 because I've talked about U2 before, haven't I, on this channel? I don't like to keep going on about these same old bands, especially. I don't want to. Even way I don't want to talk about U2 because you know how people react and they go off on one, don't they? So, but this is an album that I always thought was, not bad, but I didn't like it as much as their 90s albums, basically. But for the people who didn't like U2 in the 90s, didn't like Zooropa, didn't like the weird experimental stuff, this was like, we've gone back to like a sort of more familiar U2 sound that we like, even though it doesn't sound quite like the Joshua Tree or that early stuff.
No.
It's more just sort of straight ahead U2, I suppose.
It's radio friendly U2.
It is. A lot of its course is radio friendly U2. You had The Beautiful Day single, and then you had was it Stuck in a Moment You Can't Get Out Of, and all that. There was a bit. It is the poppy side of U2, I suppose. Although there's some nice deeper tracks on there, aren't there? There's In a Little While, quite like that one.
Yeah.
The one about New York, quite like that one.
Yeah.
Wild Honey, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I'm surprised that wasn't put out as a single in a way, because is it me? Is that quite catchy? Wild Honey.
yeah. Well, do you know what? Wild Honey always reminds me, I don't know why, of a sort of a Keith Richards solo song. On a Stones album, one that he sort of sings. That sort of, I don't know why. Don't know why I think that.
Yeah, okay. I'm not. I wouldn't have said that myself, but I sort of slightly see what you mean. You can
Yeah, I
imagine. You
don't
can
know.
imagine Keith singing that, can't you? Yeah, I can sort of get that. Kind of get
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
so but I do like that album, and I have obviously listened to it. And cause I think I said to you before, I think on show a little while ago, I only saw the video for Beautiful Day for the first time about 18 months ago. I'd never seen it in this sort of.
I can't remember it.
They're in it.
You normally know all the videos, and I'm not normally the one that's never seen these videos. But
Yeah, well, because you kind of think, I remember at the time U2 felt like they'd been around for ages because obviously they were around when I was a kid. But they're all still in their 30s when that album comes out, I think.
probably, yeah.
Are the late 30s or at least very early 40s, but they're sort of, yeah.
They would have been around 40, wouldn't they? Because
Yeah, let's have a
would
look.
they
How
have
old?
been?
Bono.
I'm
Here
trying
we
to
go.
think. Yeah,
Bono,
yeah, because he
Irish
was born.
singer-songwriter, was born. So he was, when that came out, he was 40. So they're all
Yeah,
around
because he was
40.
born about 1960, wasn't he? Around that
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just seem to have been around for ages. And then you kind of think, oh, they weren't that old, actually, now that I'm past that mark myself. So, maybe I can still make it, Phil.
Well, do you know what I saw the other day on YouTube? Somebody reminded me of the song "Ghost Riders in the Sky,"
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah.
I remembered that Johnny Cash sang that at Glastonbury when he appeared there at 94 when he was on in the. Was Johnny Cash on in the afternoon? He was on in the daylight. Was he on the Legend? Was he the Legend on the Sunday tea time?
Possibly, yeah.
Anyway, that was in 94. So how old was Johnny Cash? He was born around the same time. He was about the same age as Elvis Presley, wasn't he? So that would have been 45, 55, 65,
So he's only in his
85.
60s.
He would have been about 60 odd.
So he's young. Yeah.
So I remember watching that in 1994 when I would have been, early 20s, and thinking that Johnny Cash
20s.
that Johnny Cash was this really old guy. Okay.
Yeah.
And now I look at it and think, oh, it didn't look quite that old. Of course, isn't it weird that when these people are older than you, they always seem old, don't they? Even when they are actually only 40 or something.
Yeah. Well, I remember seeing Paul McCartney on TFI Friday and thinking he's well old, and he was like 54. So he's younger when he released Magic Pie than what, say, like Noel Gallagher is now. So
yes, the Flaming Pie. So that was mid-90s, wasn't it? Or late
97?
97.
Yeah,
so he would have been, first half of his 50s.
45? No, he would have been 55 because I think he was born 42, wasn't he?
Yes, so he would have been 55. So, and again, back in the 90s, we all thought Paul McCartney was really old, didn't we? And then...
Yeah, now we think he's young. He's a youthful type.
Now we think, well, he wasn't... He would not have felt that old, because now I'm over 50 myself, and I think, wow, when he was 50, he wouldn't have been feeling that old. But then there I was looking at him as a 20-something, thinking he was an old guy. So then it makes you realise all these people in their 20s all thinking we're old, aren't they? So
yeah. We all fall into that trap, Philster. So the next album I've been listening to is one I'd started listening to. It's one I've listened to a lot anyway, but I put it back on. And it is as I said before, it's their Growing Up in Real Time album. It's it's Mad Season by Matchbox 20. So a little bit more reflective and heavier mood, and slightly, I'd say, less radio chasing than the first album, but it still produced some massive singles. So I had that on again, and
what was the massive single from that one?
You had Ben, If You're Gone, Rest Stop, I can't remember what was actually released as singles off the top of my head now, but they had some big hits off of that one. But the song Rest Stop, I really, really enjoy that song. That's a real sort of... They'd kind of lost that sort of... Because the first album is very sort of post-grunge, where everybody was a little bit... but it's... it just... Yeah, I just really enjoy that album. So it's been on. And I think I said last week I think you did listen to it at the time, because I remember speaking to you about it and you listened to it and you quite enjoyed it. So
I need to stick it on again then.
It's a good post grunge sort of album again. It's slightly less than the first album. So yeah. So that had a big play this week. And do you know what? I forgot how bloody good an album it was. So I was belting out some singing in the car, Philster.
It's always
Driving
good.
along. Like that.
It's always good if you can rediscover something. Now, I have to ask you, in the background there, maybe I should recognise this and not, but who is that with the David Bowie type lightning strike on
That's
his
David
face?
Bowie.
Is that actually him?
Yeah.
It just doesn't look quite like him, apart from having the stripe.
It's,
It's actually him. I thought it was someone else. I was wondering at first if it was Lou Reed, but...
No. It's an album called Under the Influence. 21 songs that shocked David Bowie's world.
Okay.
So it's got the Stooges, No Fun, Beach Boys, Heroes and Villains, Virginia Plain, Roxy Music, Brian Eno, Another Green World, Air, Sexy Boy, Pixies, Debaser, Little Richard, Shake a Hand, Ken Nordine and the Fred Katz Group. I used to think my right hand was uglier than my left. So it's a double album as well. That's been on the old turntable, Phil, still that has.
Groovy.
So I've had that on. So yeah, a bit of Bowie. That is the man himself on that album cover. So yeah. But that won't fall into the 2000s, as I think it was released a couple of years ago. So it don't count, Phil. It don't count. I did for the Matchbox 21. Down here, I've got my Matchbox 20. Now, I do have Mad Season on a standalone vinyl, but I've also got the box set, the limited edition box set. And I've had it about 4 years. I've never played anything on it because I'm too scared. But I almost did put Mad Season on the turntable from that box set.
Okay.
But I pulled myself back from doing it. I couldn't bring myself to do it. It's not like a CD, is it, vinyl? Because once you put the CD in, it comes out. But on a microscopic level, that stylus is wearing away at that vinyl. Don't care what anybody says. It's wearing. So I don't want to ruin it. So I bought it, and it's literally just an ornament. But no, yeah. So that's what I've been of Mad Season, dude. Bit of Mad Season, and I have decided it will make it probably hard for us in the long run, but it'll make us easier in the short term. Short term gain for long term pain. I'm thinking we allow 2 albums from each month to go through.
Okay.
Because
I must admit, I can't remember how it worked before. Did we have to pick our favourite?
We only allowed 1.
We had to pick
I think we should
3.
allow... Was it 3?
Did we pick our favourite 3? Did we have to say what our favourite 3 were of the month?
Could possibly.
I can't remember how we
I
did
thought it was 1. So if we go for 2, we've actually made it 33% less than what we did last time.
Yeah, but
I think...
Did we have to say what our top 3 was, and then the number 1 went through? Is that how it works?
Yeah, that might be a bit hard for me, to be fair. I'm thinking we allow 2 through.
So we each choose two albums of the year 2000.
Yeah.
They'll go through. So at the end of that process, after the whole year, we'll have 48 albums.
48 albums, yeah.
And then we have to get that down to
be fair, dude, we've got 11 months to work that bit out.
We've got plenty of time to work with that, haven't we?
We've got plenty of time. And can I just say, for the record, in true me and him style, come December, the third week of December, we'll be like, well, what the hell do we do with these now?
How are we going to work out who's won?
I'm sure we had 11 months. Yeah, you've had 11 months. Oh, no, where's the time gone? I think we let 2 through because then that it removes a slight bit of the jeopardy, I think.
Yeah.
Because your mind might change. You might listen to something. You might think, oh, do you know what? I should have. So I think it allows.
Well, perhaps we'll be able to put those other ones through at the end of once we've done our top 2 from every month, then we can make it up to 64, couldn't we, to have a knockout competition?
Yeah, we could do, yeah. But like I said, we have got 11 months to work this one out.
We've got plenty of time to work.
We've got plenty of time. Join us again in December when we finally realise we have literally no time.
What happens if we both choose the same albums from each month?
That's fine. We can both choose the same album. That's not a problem.
Does that mean then that someone...
Because remember, it's our favourite album.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's not the best one, is it? It's our favourite album.
Oh, okay. So then individually we just have to say what's our favourite. Yeah, okay, that's good.
Yeah. And then we'll work the rest of it out. This is us brainstorming in real time, and you're watching it. That's if you're still watching it, and if you are still watching it, this is like the Get Back documentary, but with less hair, isn't it? And less Ringo. So, have you listened to it? Oh, you have listened to another one, haven't you? You told me you've listened to another one, and it's one that I listened to last week. You
talked about Eric Clapton and B.B. King. I talked about U2, didn't I? Just now.
U2, yeah.
I didn't dream that, did I? I did actually say that. What was the other one I said? The Madge one. Yeah,
the Madge one. Yeah.
Madonna's music. Yeah, I like it, but I think it's good on headphones.
You did say that last week. There's a headphone album,
and the track that's sort of standing out to me at the moment is called "Paradise Not for Me."
Oh yes, yeah.
And then there's a song called "Gone" near the end of the album, which is good. One of her sort of more reflective songs. I'm quite liking her ballads at the moment.
I do like a Madonna ballad.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's good. But is it going to be one of my favourite albums of 2000? We don't know.
Who knows?
There may be one or two by her coming up in the decade that I would prefer. So
yeah, well, I took on board what you said about it being a headphone album.
Yeah.
And when I listened to the Matchbox 20 album, I decided to fire up my Marshall Major 4s, put them on. It's the first time I've used them in ages, because sometimes I feel like my head's being compressed. And I was hearing more stuff. I was hearing little bits I hadn't heard before. So I was like, Phil's onto something. These headphone things may catch on.
Yeah.
Should have dragged Addendum, Phil. That's what you should have done. I'm just trying to find the third album I've been listening to, because I don't want to get the title wrong. I'm just having a look through my Spotify. Here it is. I've been listening, and I won't ask you to guess it because you won't get it, but it's a hip-hop album, and it's by Common. Have you ever heard of them? It's called Like Water for Chocolate. Now, I'd never heard of it before, but I went on... Is it Music?
I've heard of that title. Where has that title been used for something else as well, or have I heard that as a rap album title?
I'm not.
I've heard of it.
The title comes from, because I'm just reading about it here, the title comes from a Zora Neale Hurston phrase, meaning something deeply needed, and that's exactly what this album is. Nourishing, affirming, and grounded, it says. Whatever that means. But, you know me, I do like a little bit of hip-hop, and I'd never heard this before, so I went on the Wall Music, and I was like, best albums of 2000, and I think I had Marshall Mathers as number 1, then I had the Staconia number 2, Linkin Park was in there, Britney Spears was quite high up, D'Angelo was quite high up, Standing on the Shoulders of Giants was about number 49, I think, and I've not spoke about that album yet, so but I thought, do you know what, I've never heard of this band, I'm going to put it on, and I was in the gym and I thought, I'll see what it's about, and I really enjoyed it. It had some very soulful beats. It just felt, what's the word I'm looking for? just felt organic. It just worked well. Because the Spooks album I listened to last week, I found really. So I think I said I do enjoy it when you've got a male MC and a female MC, etc. And obviously this didn't have that, but it just felt a really, really good album. It won't get into my top 2 because I've not heard it enough, but I've discovered a new artist, Phil. I've discovered an artist that I'd never heard of before. So now my mix in my ears has become more sort of.
So you're now one of the common people.
Yeah. So no, it's a really, really good album. To be fair, as far as hip hop album goes, it was I don't think it's as, maybe because I know it more, but I don't think it's as hit producing as, say, the Marshall Mathers LP. But it's definitely, there's something about it. It's got a nice sort of flow to it, nice sort of rhythm. So yeah, Common and whatever the title was again, Like Water for Chocolate, which I don't know what that means. Even though I've read what it means, I don't feel like it.
I'm sure I've recognised the title. I don't know the album.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about me with hip hop. I'm not against hip hop, but I've never got so deep in. I mean, I'll tell you what I heard the other day was Nana Cherry. Does that count as does that count as hip hop? The first Nana Cherry album?
I don't. Does it count as? I tell you what.
Is it hip hop? It's kind of rapping, isn't it?
It is. It has got a bit of.
Well, there's rapping on it. The whole that whole album I think is good.
That must be from about 89.
It's 89. I heard Buffalo Stance on the radio, and then I went and played some more tracks from that album, and I thought it still stands up well. It's still good, but does that count as hip hop? Because the other
blimey, Riley. Nana Cherry is 62 this year.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find it. Yeah, Buffalo Stance and Inner City came out in 88. Wow.
I didn't know at the time when I was younger. I didn't know that she was Swedish, operating out of London. I thought she was an American. I thought I was hearing New York rap. I didn't know.
It is classed here.
Yeah.
It is classed here because the album Raw Like Sushi came out in 89, and on Discogs it's classed as electronic hip hop, funk, soul, and pop, and it styles a new jack swing, dance pop, house, backbeat, freestyle, pop rap, down tempo. She's Swedish. I always thought she was like American. But yeah, she's Swedish because her brother Eagle Eye, he is Save Tonight. That album, Desireless. I really do enjoy that album. Can't get it on vinyl anywhere for love nor money, but yeah, I think he's still doing music and releasing albums. But obviously, he's just kind of renowned mainly because two idiots on YouTube got him through to something like the semi-final of their greatest one-hit wonder of the 1990s. And if you want to see more of those two idiots, the videos are here somewhere, aren't they, Phil? We did a whole year. We did a whole battle, didn't we, of one-hit wonders of the 1990s, which I will say I loved because there was an immense amount of good stuff in there. Phil absolutely hated every minute of it, didn't you? Because you had to listen to some absolute dross. Chris Cross.
I did, but
MC Hammer.
I'm just thinking. Do you want to see my hip hop collection, Ben?
Go on then.
You got 2 seconds. I'm just going to get my hip hop collection. Hang on.
Here we go.
2 seconds. I won't be long. Honestly,
what's he going to have for a hip hop collection? Public Enemy? Tupac? All Eyes on Me? Is it? Snoop Dogg? I can't see it being any of them. He does realise that Miles Johnson, Miles Davis and Robert Johnson are not hip hop. But we will see. He'll be back in a minute. He's going to have something. Unless Shawadi Waddy? Whatever it will be. Who was that one with all the pouch thing? I
I'm
don't
nearly
know.
there, man.
Is it
I'm
Coolio
nearly
Gangsters
there.
Paradise?
Oh, hang
Oh,
on. Yeah,
Fantastic
there's another
Voyage.
one.
Good hip
Hang on.
hops.
I'm
Good
almost
hip
there.
hops, them.
I'm almost
Good
there.
hip hops. Was it Buster Rhymes? It's not going to be, is it? Here he goes. He's still looking. What is Phil's hip hop collection like? But you didn't think you'd be wasting time
Think I'm
watching
there,
this.
Ben.
Here we go. He's back. He's back. Right. Here we
I
go.
can't
We're going
find.
to
Let's
find
put my
out the
headphones back in now.
depths
Oh,
of Phil's hip hop knowledge here. Here we go.
oh,
You
hang
do
on.
realise Robert Johnson doesn't count.
Doesn't he? Oh, hang on. There's one more.
Oh, he's got one more. Blimey,
Three.
Robert, he's bloody hell, he's proper into his hip. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right, prepare to be blown away.
I think I've got all of my hip hop albums. Well, I'm exaggerating slightly, but I haven't got many. Right?
Yeah.
I've got some stuff that's got little bits of hip hop on.
Okay.
You know, like Prince had little bits of hip hop, didn't he?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But I'm not including that because I'm only going to have artists that only do this kind of thing. So,
am I being thick here? Where does the term hip hop come
I have
from?
no idea.
I need to find this out.
Is it in the lyric? Hang on, is it in the lyrics of "Don't Stop" to the hip hoppity beat? Don't stop to the hip. Was that the Sugar Hill Gang? That's the Sugar Hill Gang.
I was trying to think of them earlier. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's rapping over a rhythmic track, often with sampling and scratching. It doesn't tell me where it actually. What's the true meaning of hip hop? Breakdancing. It doesn't hip hop. Is it? It's because it's Hispanic. African American and Hispanic. So does that give you the hip hop bit? I don't know. I don't know what it means. Old school hip hop. It doesn't tell me, Phil. Oh no. Hip hop has been used since the 17th century to mean a succession of hops. Oh,
that's not the same thing, though, is it?
The director of the scene exclaims, "To go off hip hop upon this occasion is 1,000 times better than any conclusion in the world." Hippity hop. Yeah, I don't know where it comes from. Maybe somebody can enlighten us, Phil, because we are not that bright.
So, do you want to see my hip hop?
What's in your collection?
Do you want to see my hip hop collection? First one, I've got the Beastie Boys, License to Ill from 1980. Was that 85 or 86?
Didn't Eminem do an album with a similar cover to that?
There they are.
I've got the Beastie Boys album with Interplanetary on it.
86 it came out. Yeah, that was a later one. But this is the first one. So you got, Rhyming and Stealing, No Sleep Till Brooklyn, and
yeah, because look at that.
Fight for Your Right to Party, and
That's the Eminem cover for Kamikaze.
Oh, right. Brass Monkey. Well, that's obviously where he got it from, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I've got that one. Talking of Eminem, I've also got this one.
Oh, yes.
Was that always that fade? It looks very faded and cloudy.
I think it was always like that.
So it like an old photo. So that's that one, and it's got I kind of like the disc.
I really do like that album.
It's just got an E on it and a photo. What is that?
I don't.
Oh, is
that
him?
Upside down?
It's upside down. It's him with shopping bags.
Yeah. He's just been to 7-Eleven, had he?
He must have just been to the 7-Eleven or whatever it is. But
yeah, other stores are available.
I think I've got another one of him somewhere. But that's that one. And then I've got this one, which I reckon everybody had this in the 90s, didn't they, at some point?
Oh, brilliant album. I love that album.
Do you know what? I've never quite been able to decide whether I like it or not. Because sometimes I could put it on and think, I'm slightly annoyed by it.
Is that because it was overplayed?
Probably.
Singles.
Is it because it was overplayed? And then there's the thing with the ooh la la, and there's the thing about something about what the first track is, something about how many mics and whatever. And
How many mics do we rip on the deli?
maybe I need to play it again.
Yeah, it's got a cover of No Woman No Cry on it, though, hasn't it?
Yeah,
I think track 13.
I'll tell you what I liked around this time, which I don't own, but the sort of hip hop track I loved, and I still love it, is that No Diggity.
Oh yeah, Blackstreet.
Blackstreet, No Diggity.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
album there, the Fugees Score, I think that was recorded in their basement.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll stick it on again. This one, I bet this is a rare one. Now I don't know how I got this because I didn't buy this one. I think I was given this one. And this goes back, I was looking, it goes back to 92, and no one I've ever spoken to has ever heard of this guy. And you can't,
Williams?
When I last checked, you can't stream this album on Spotify, but you can find it on YouTube. Someone's put it up there unofficially.
Yeah.
But this is Snowman. And his debut album, The Exceptional One.
Snowman.
Yeah, SNO.
Not to be confused with the Canadian rapper Snow.
No, this is a guy out of. I believe he's in. I looked him up. I believe he's a New York one.
He only released 2 albums, and he only released that on 2 versions.
Yeah,
you can buy it on CD for £2.
Really? Okay.
Let's have a look. Let's see where I can get. Cheapest one in the UK is £4, but it is on here, and he did release a second album by the looks of it, called. Oh no, he released an EP, so that's the only album he ever released.
So he disappeared.
Maybe it just got a little bit hot for him.
I think it got a bit hot for him. So
got a bit hot in the studio, and he couldn't cope anymore. So he had to, Wouldn't it have been a brilliant thing if the Snowman, the thing that's always on at Christmas, if they replaced the Snowman with the Snowman rapper?
Yeah. That would be superb, wouldn't it? The final one.
Go on then.
My favourite.
Hold on. You said your hip hop collection. I thought there was about 5 or 6. There's 3.
No, we've had 4. We've had Snowman, Eminem, Beastie Boys, and Fugees.
Oh yes, yeah.
So
this is 5.
This is number 5. This is my favourite. I've actually got more than one album.
What year is it from?
This one came out in '89, I think. This one. Ooh. This is my favourite hip hop act of all time. This is my favourite rap act of all time. Can you guess who it is? No, you're on the right kind of lines, but it's not them. It's another crew.
Wu-Tang Clan?
No, a bit before them.
Sugar Hill Gang?
No, after them.
Another crew. God, my mind's gone blank.
One of the biggest one of the most sort of acclaimed rap crews of all time. They're kind of a bit political.
Yeah, that's him. I'm trying to think of his name with the big clock round his neck.
Yeah. It's Public Enemies, Nation of Millions. It takes a nation of millions to hold us back.
Yeah, not Easy. Easy is in NWA. What's the guy's name with the big clock?
There's Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav.
Chuck D is the
Chuck D. That's
the main man, the serious man, and Flavor Flav's the Joker, isn't he? Really?
Yeah. I've never really. I've heard Public Enemy, but I've never owned. I don't own any Public Enemy. So maybe I need to. Maybe I need to get some.
Did I put them in my 1990 albums? Did I have Fear of a Black Planet in my?
Yes, you did. Yeah. Mine was quite hip hop heavy as well, wasn't it? So that decade.
That is my hip hop collection. That's it.
I've got quite a big hip hop collection. Yeah, but that's not bad. There's some good albums in there, Philster. I mean, I would add Coolio's Fantastic Voyage in there because I think that's a brilliant album.
I would like to have it if I'd gone out and was getting more into buying hip hop. I would like to have some more, Dr. Dre, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And what did you say? NWA. That's cool. And who's the other one that's big in rap?
Skee-Lo.
Who was big in the 90s?
Tupac. Notorious
Well, there was
B.I.G.,
him as
Snoop
well.
Dogg,
There was him as well, wasn't there? But there was also.
Mace, P. Diddy,
Am I thinking of Ice-T? Am I
Ice-T,
thinking
yeah,
of him?
yeah,
But I don't know very much about the current. I mean, that guy Drake, the Canadian guy,
yeah,
he's
yeah,
one of the biggest selling artists ever.
yeah,
He was the best selling artist in the world for years.
yeah. I
You
don't know
know,
how.
I've never listened to his stuff. I don't know anything about it, to be honest.
No,
I
no.
can't comment on it, so I don't know whether it's any good or not. Is it any good?
I don't know. I've
I mean, it
never.
must have something going for it if he's been so successful.
Yeah,
You know, how, you
but
know,
are people physically buying his records or?
well, probably not. I mean, so this probably was streaming era, but I think didn't it have to. I don't know, he must have to sell some stuff, mustn't he?
Ice-T's 67. I have actually got upstairs in my collection. I think I've got an Ice-T single on. I'm sure it's either CD single or 7-inch single. I'm just trying to find it on there. It's called "I Must Stand" or something like that. He's released in the UK, and I think I've got that. I
What's
can't
the other?
remember what album. I'm just having a look, trying to. I think it's like an Ice-T "Return of the Real." I'm
Okay,
sure it's on
you
there.
keep
"I Must
looking.
Stand." Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I've got that. I remember. Yeah, that's it. Look, Ice-T looking all.
But what's? I mean, I'm not, as you know, obviously, as you've seen from my collection, I'm not naturally drawn towards hip hop. But then I've got perhaps more hip hop CDs there than I have from certain other genres. But I've got more than I have reggae. Um, but I I do like the very early stuff like Sugar Hill Gang and what was the one about the message? That was Grandmaster Flash, wasn't it?
Flash, yeah, yeah,
Those are great records, I think.
yeah.
And it was fun early on. Well, there was political element, social political element to it as well, but there was a lot of fun stuff before it got too posy and too much about,
Yeah,
you know,
which is what I think I like about Eminem is it's he sort of parodies himself a little bit, but he has got a message. It's not just about
he's got a message and it's about his anguished
yeah,
mental
it's not
world
about how
and
many
all that
boats
stuff.
he's got or something.
It's not all showing off about stuff. No, and there's
He's
some
got
of it's
big
gone.
dollar.
Some of it's
You
gone
know,
that way, hasn't it? Which I'm not really interested in. Um,
no.
so I don't know if there's, but are there any hip hop albums that I should check out? Given what you've just seen, that's what I have liked enough to actually buy. Are there any other hip hop CDs of the '90s that I should have because they're vitally important?
I mean, two of my favourite ones in the '90s would be Skilo's album's not too
The
bad.
Wu Tang Clan. Should I have that one? That was a
Yeah,
double. There was a double one, wasn't
Coolio's
there?
Fantastic Voyage is a good album,
Okay. Is he the
and
Gangster's
All Eyes on Me
Paradise?
by Tupac's a good album.
Okay.
Um,
I know
is it?
Tupac's supposed to be like the Bob Dylan of rap, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
And and he's got or the Bob Dylan or the Prince of rap because he's got all this stuff that he did that wasn't released in his time as well and all that. But
Yeah.
I've never really delved into him. But I suppose he's supposed to be
And there's some
a
Busta
great.
Rhymes stuff I used to listen to, which I think's quite decent as well. So, and I'm sure. No, I don't think. Yeah, maybe Coolio. Yeah, that Fantastic Voyage. It's very clever. I do like that album, and I do sort of same with. I mean, yeah, Tupac was. Yeah, there's a sense of you can tell he's angry. There's a bit of authenticity there. It's not like some of you had like people like Mace and people like that who I never really got into, but
Yeah, the thing maybe that's what's put me off Tupac is the fact that he was apparently was very sort of fired up and angry about everything, and maybe he was. I mean, is it all angry or is he funny as well? I don't know enough about him.
yeah, there is some humour and everything in what he's saying. There's obviously a lot of venom in what he's saying as well, which is probably why what happened to him. So, and I do like Notorious B.I.G. I like his rapping style. That sort of he's not as punchy as.
I've heard that. Now he always sounded to me like he spent a lot of time on the sofa.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't an athlete. But it's almost like somebody's recorded him and then put it on 70% speed. But I quite like that. It kind of immerses you a little bit more into it.
Is
so
he the Barry White of rap?
he quite possibly is. I mean, they're both no longer with us. In some regards, yes, he is. Yeah, yeah. So Still intrigues me, all that stuff around those two. So, yeah. Now, we have gone down bear in mind, we were like, when the countdown was on, what are we doing today? We've done 44 minutes and 34 seconds.
And you've
That's
seen
not
my
bad going.
hip hop collection. What else did you want?
Yeah. Lucky Tat. That was a hip hop thing I bought up. That's a good album. So, yeah. And Slow Tie. Sort of mid-modern. He's from Northamptonshire as well. Sort of modernish, hip-hop-ish sort of thing.
Dr. Dre the Chronic. That's supposed to be a classic.
That's supposed to be good. Yeah.
Yeah, never heard that.
Yeah. I think we'll have to do a hip-hop show.
Maybe we should. Yeah.
Maybe.
You could listen to Snowman.
Reggae show. Yeah.
You could get into Snowman, Ben.
Yeah.
Before he melts.
Yeah. Don't turn up the heat. Get out of the kitchen, Snowman. So, yeah, that's it. That's it for the year 2000. And, well, actually, do you know what, Philster? Next week, we're going to have to decide which is our favourite album of the year 2000.
Of the year 2000. And then we've got to go into 2001. I'm thinking that 2000 as a year is not a classic year. I mean, is that fair?
Yeah,
I think there was a lot 2000?
I think there was a lot of hype around it, wasn't there? There's a lot of hype around the year 2000. And
I think 2001
is a better year.
I haven't gone through this scientifically or looked at the lists really yet, but I'm thinking that would have more great records in it.
The Strokes came out in 2001, didn't it?
It did.
So we're already on and up there, but we've got to close the door on the year 2000, Phil's, next week. So I think I already know my top two.
I'm glad you do. Well, viewer, thank you for that. Is there any hip-hop albums I should listen to? And what about the year 2000? Are we missing something?
Are you the same as me, Phil? Can you, whenever we do this, we say the year 2000, the first thing that comes into my mind is the Busted song Year 3000. And I'm like, all I want to do, I've been to the year 2000. Not much has changed, but they don't have an iPhone. Like that.
With that thought, viewer, thanks for watching. We'll be back with another one very soon. All the best. Bye for now.
I think we're still recording.